So you will basically start with a dictionary definition of it, and that states that a mental state achieved by focusing one's awareness on the present moment while calmly acknowledging and accepting one's feelings, thoughts, and bodily sensations, used as a therapeutic technique. Now, this might seem to be a little technical definition for some people, but I because I kind of keep researching on this topic, and so other day I was listening to a talk by Eckhart Tolle, and he also kind of says that mindfulness is not easily a understandable term, and people don't tend to understand it that well. So he says, I rather define it as presence, as you're present to something. So your presence is your mindfulness, so you should be fully present to enjoy the benefits of mindfulness. And that is the closest definition of mindfulness that I have come that has occurred to me so far. So it's essentially to be present to a certain thing, an activity or whatever, and that is how that states that you are mindful to that activity. So now I will touch upon. Okay, I will basically touch upon how to stay mindful throughout the day. So the first thing that you need to do is to return to your breathing. Now this is the main thing in any meditation practitioner will teach you, or anybody or mindfulness practitioner will teach you, is return to your breathing. Now this is something which comes with habit, and you have to practice it. But once you have form a habit, you know how it helps you. So during your breaks or whatever work that you're doing during the day, you have to try and return to your breathing. How this will help is, it will help you build a better focus, and you have a razor sharp focus, and then you can attend to the daily works better, because you have a sharper focus. You have this habit of returning to the breath, the in breath, the out breath, and that helps a lot with your everyday activity. Another thing I want to talk about is take a mindful walk. This basically is like during the course of the day, if you are having a break after your work or whatever, some other activities. So between two activities, you can go take a mindful walk. This could either be in within your room, a short walk, or even in your office premises if you are at work and if you want to take a break. How this helps is, when you walk, you should pay attention to the steps, your hand movements, and that will help you get your mind back to your body, and you can focus better. So the mind is always distracted, but when you take a walk, you can take a walk and have attention on your steps and the way you walk, and that ways you can be mindful. And I have also experimented mindful walk on my staircase, because when you walk the staircase, you are more mindful, more watchful of your steps, because you're climbing and there are chances of hazard. So I have also experimented walking on the staircase. I think that is a better way of getting more mindful and more productive and getting back to work. Now I will talk about a technique called journaling. A lot of people use journaling in various ways. Some people have, they would have a gratitude journal wherein they will pen down, they will thank someone for whatever they have done for them. So it's like acknowledging other people in your life. And so some people do it in the morning, some people in the night. But the technique that I adopt is a technique called morning pages, which was invented by a lady named Julia Cameron. So she suggests writing 3 pages, 3 A4 pages every day in the morning as soon as you wake up. So it's also called the first stream of consciousness, which basically means whatever comes to your mind first thing in the morning, you write it down. And I have practiced this for a few months now, and see my life changing so much. It's been life changing experience for me, because when I write 3 pages every day, it has helped me, improve my writing skills and all of that. And I have become more creative, and my writing also is now more, I can write more creatively and all of that. So it has tremendously helped me. Next activity I want to talk about is meditation, which I tend to do twice a day. My suggestion here is not to go sit for a longer duration, because you will very soon get bored and all of that. It's not that easy to come by. My thing here, the key with meditation is continuity. So even if you can take out 10 minute spans twice a day is good enough for you. But the key here again is continuity. So try doing it every day, even if it's one time a day. That's okay, that's fine, but try doing twice a day to, and over 3 months you will know the benefits of it. Meditation definitely is a great exercise in mindfulness. Then I want to talk about reading. Now, reading could be because I suffer from lack of focus and all of that. So I recently only strategized this reading habit and all that, and I felt I can use this habit to become more focused. So you can pick up books which are of interest to you, maybe as the day starts, to help build a better focus. Not go for books which are not of interest to you. Go for books which are of interest to you, and then when you build that focus, that you build starting of the day can be used throughout the day to carry it on or out on other activities. So reading is something that everyone does. So I mean, why not capitalize on that habit of reading? Next, what I do is I spend time in nature. So I will mostly go out in my garden, or even in my native city, the Ganges is also flowing. So I'll go to the river as well sometimes. It definitely helps spending time in nature, because you feel a sense of calm and more. There's less anxiety, and you don't feel overwhelmed. And when you spend time in nature, you become more productive. You can come back and spend that focus in doing your other activity. Now I want to talk about coloring or painting. This is something I recently discovered, and it pays off hugely if you practice this. You can do anything, and don't need to be an expert in coloring or painting. The way I have experimented with this is I have bought a book from Amazon. There are mandala patterns which you can color it. These are adult coloring books. So I have colored them, and I have found a great sense of calm when I do that. I do maybe for 30 minutes sometimes in a day, maybe 10 minutes also. Whatever time I get, I spend doing that, and I really feel very calm. A sense of calm prevails throughout the day, and it helps me gather more energy. I feel re-energized, and I can focus better. So coloring and or painting is another activity that I would like to suggest. Then listening is definitely one of the good activities that one should indulge in, because we are in a society where everyone is wanting to speak, express himself, and we are a very talkative society. I remember in my postgraduate school, they used to talk about a school in America, which teaches 2-year course in listening. So they basically train you to listen better. And once you become a listener, you can be a very good speaker. If you start developing a habit of listening non-judgmentally, then you can become a great speaker as well. And listening is definitely a very good component of mindful living. Then I want to talk about take short breaks. These could be breaks in the form of maybe from work. If you let's say spent 1.5, 2 hours in your work, and then you wanted to take a break, maybe spend it having coffee, or go take a good snack and enjoy that break. That break should be a rewarding break for you, and you should come back energized to your work. Then I want to talk about eat your meals mindfully. I wanted to talk about this because mostly nowadays we are living a very gadget oriented life, and so and eating kind of gets neglected. We are eating on the run, and we are into our phones and whatever. I believe we should eat our meals very mindfully, because that is what we are living for, and that is what gives us that energy, that grace to be present in front of people and all of that. So we should try and stay away from computers and gadgets when we are eating our meals, and maybe rejoice how colorful these dishes are, and the texture of them, and so become more mindful of them, and that will give us a newer energy. Finally, I want to talk about a technique which is called the stop technique. So in which S means stop whatever you are doing. So whatever you are doing, you can just stop that activity. T is for take 5 conscious breaths. Then O is for observe your breath and bodily sensations, and feel how you are feeling in the body, and be one with it. Don't kind of react and whatever, just observe. So in a very non-judgmental state, just observe your breath and the bodily sensations, and be one with them. Not Don't retaliate, don't react, and that will give you a good control, mastery over yourself. Finally, P stands for proceed. Now I just want to talk about a few books which are recommended if you really want to, know more about this field of mindfulness. The first book is by a Vietnamese monk whose name is Thi Nhat Hanh. So he has written a book, The Miracle of Mindfulness, which is considered to be a classic in this discipline. Anyone wanting to gain a little bit of understanding on mindfulness, Thi Nhat Hanh is the authority on it. He has a playful way of writing books. I have a lot of his books. So he has a way. His way of writing is very playful, very easy to understand, and he will engage you, and you can learn from him. And then the power of now, most of us know, is a bestseller, and until now, also after so many years of being published, it is still read by a huge variety of people. So that is definitely a recommended book if you want to delve deeper into mindfulness. Then I want to recommend another book which I have not read myself. Wherever you go, there you are. This is by a guy named John Kabat-Zinn, who's again an authority in the field of mindfulness. So this book is also highly recommended. Finally, I want to talk about Meditation for Beginners, a book by Jack Confield. Jack Confield is another guy in US who specializes in mindfulness and meditation, and he is a 2 decade long practitioner of meditation. Finally, some courses for building mindfulness. There is a course by the name of Power of Awareness by Sounds True, which I have done myself. And the best part about this course is that one is that video lessons are there as with every online course. So you have these videos wherein this is led by Jack Confield and Tara Brach, a lady named Tara Brach, and the guy named Jack Confield. So they have these video sessions in which they very beautifully, through stories and all of that, they will illustrate how meditation is and how you can, become a meditator. And they make it sound so easy, and so they kind of lend you into this course and lend you into meditation and kind of cradle you into this field of mindfulness. And the best part about this course is that if you join this course, you will get every day there are people who are proficient in mindfulness advocates take classes every day for 1 or 2 sessions every day, and they will have answer to all your problems in life and otherwise pertaining to mindfulness, or even some ordinary problem which you're suffering from. And this support facility is for life. So for life, until they are in business, you can attend their sessions, 1 or 2 sessions every day, and they are very meaningful sessions, and I have learned a lot from them. So this course I definitely do recommend if you want to really go deeper with this topic. Then is Conscious Manifestation, another course that I have done through Eckhart Tolle. This is a beautiful, fascinating course. Yes, Eckhart Tolle is a little profound in his delivery, and he talks at a little depth. But if you have some knowledge of this field, then Eckhart Tolle is the best man to go, because he has a good command of what he wants to share and what he wants to talk about. And so I definitely recommend this course, Conscious Manifestation. Then finally, I want to talk about a course named MBSR 8-week course. MBSR basically means mindfulness based stress reduction. And so this is by Dr. John Kabat-Zinn, the same guy that I shared the book about. He's again an authority, though I haven't done in his course, but I go to a lot of Zoom sessions where they conduct these daily sittings and talks about mindfulness and all of that. This guy is supposedly a good authority on anything pertaining to mindfulness. So I definitely recommend this course as well if anyone wants to go deeper on this topic. Thank you for your time with me, and I really wish you a mindful life ahead, and obviously a happy new year as well. And you can contact me on my blog, my Twitter handle, or Facebook if there is a need. And now I just want to open the round for any questions that you might have, or anything that you want to ask. I'll be happy to attend to that. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Amit. Thanks. It It could be any question. It could
Hi.
be because I seem to have a good command over this topic. So if any kind of question that you want, I can attend to that. I mean, I'm okay with that.
Hi, Tarun.
Your voice is breaking. I don't know why. Is it possible for you to put it in the chat? Yeah. Yeah. Now I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, hi Tarun. It's a great session. So, um, so regarding the mindfulness, I could see that it's been for some time. So, what and all are the areas that mindfulness can be applied, and are there any kind of like use cases like someone who has applied mindfulness? What has happened before and what has happened after applying these techniques?
See, I can tell you from my experience. One is definitely that you feel much less anxious. The sense that anxiety, that sense of overwhelm that we face in our day-to-day living, given the stresses that we have in the world today. This will definitely help you calm down, and once you are calmer in the mind, because your mind is taking you away to different various other things which are not required in the moment, which are not a requirement of the moment. So mindfulness in that sense is applicable in your everyday life. It could be working, non-working, you are doing whatever you are doing, because I am actually a freelance writer, so I work as a remote worker. And it helps me a lot because I don't have any reportings going on, so I am on my own. I have to work on myself, and mindfulness happens to be a very good rescue kind of a thing for me, because I am generally otherwise very much overwhelmed, and I have this anxiety. But whenever I apply any of these these things that I spoke about, it helps me give a sense of calm, more control over my daily life, and I am more productive. And even scientifically, it is proven now that mindfulness, whatever you do in mindfulness, and the way you apply it, especially through meditation, it is going to help you, because your biggest enemy is your mental chatter. So the mental chatter, if that is not there, then you are anyhow a winner. And the technique that I spoke about, even the morning pages thing that I do every morning, as 3 pages of A4 writing for stream of consciousness, that also, if you give it a try, even for a week, you will notice beautiful changes in you. You become more calm. You can attend to any kind of query very easily, because I strongly feel that you are your own enemy. I mean, there is nobody else who's telling you, who's benchmarking your life. You are your own enemy, so you have to win over yourself, which is why I named my blog also as Win Over Self. uh, so I think mindfulness, but yeah, in India, mindfulness has not come up that big way. It is more a thing of the West, although it is it is an offshoot of Buddha, who was born in India. But it has taken off in a big way in West, and maybe in the times to come we can also see some bit of mindfulness in India as well. I hope that answers your question, but if you still have something, you can ask back. Hello.
That answers my question. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thank you. Anybody else? Any more questions anyone wants to ask? I mean, feel free. I can answer, because I seem to be reading a lot of this stuff, so maybe I can answer your any query that you might have. Or else, a very happy New Year to all of you, and thanks a lot for coming and attending the webinar. Yeah. So I think I'll, on that note, yeah, thanks a lot, Amit. Yeah. On that note, I think I will just end the session here. And thanks for your presence, and being mindful and hearing the session. Thanks a lot.